Yes, please. After the analysis of the first part, which is written in the preamble of this CRC, as I have highlighted, the 13 paragraphs are there, and to include all the provisions of various legal documents which were framed earlier, means before 1989, and that preamble gives the very wonderful idea about the implementation of this legal document and the very fruitful provisions of CRC. And these provisions
सर आपका माइक ऑफ हो गया है। सर आपका माइक ऑफ हो गया है।
I was citing another component relating to the division of the provisions of CRC. And these provisions of the CRC are divided into the three parts. And part one, I have said, a very fruitful part, useful part, a operative part in the legal sense. It starts from Article 1 to 41. I have already said that whenever there will be the substantive portion of law, but if there will not be any mechanism, no procedure will be there, then how the substantive part can be implemented or applied? This is a question. Therefore, there is the second part. Please, I hope that because these are the online lectures, I'm not getting the much time. I have the habit to discuss the matter in detail so that the student may in position to understand what is what. I hope that you will study of all the provisions because limited time is there. I have to complete the course also. I am very serious about it. And in the interest of students, I am dedicated. Therefore, all the provision, but whatever is there, I am just trying to highlight the things. The second is the mechanism, and this starts from the 42 to 45. It is a part of only 4 articles. In that 40 articles, there is a provision to constitute a committee. 10 and 11, whatever the members are there, and it is called a grievance mechanism, where the complaint can be made in violation of all these provisions. These provisions are not for individual, mind it. These provisions are guidelines to make the law by the state member. Please, whenever you will deeply study, you will get the spirit of the provisions. And this spirit says that whenever the state will not make any law to implement these provisions, then certainly the citizen of particular country can democratically demand from the state to make the law for the implementation of 54 articles in our country. Mechanism is there of the voting. Specialized committees also can be constituted, and at the international level, General Assembly duty is to constitute a committee for the implementation of these provisions. Then third part, from Article 46 to the last Article 54. It provides the duty of the General Assembly and the officer in charge, that is the General Secretary of the General Assembly, to open it for its signature. Or one of the most very essential characteristics of this instrument is that you will please can see the top of the convention, that initially it was adopted, opened for the signature, and rectified in the same day, on single day. Adopted, opened for signature, because I am discussing the third part, highlighting the third part, which is related to the open it for the signature by the member states. And on the 20th November 1989, it was opened for signature. It was adopted by the General Assembly of United Nations, and it was rectified on the same day, and then came into force from the 2nd September 1990. After the, if you will see, near about 10.5 or 11 months came into force after the. So that's why the last part is for the provision which prescribes for its signature by the member state. And this document is available in 5 languages. Prepared last article 54, if you will see, because these are written. That is not a question what is written, but the question is why it is written so, what should be, and what is its effect, and how far it has been written so. These are the questions at LLM level. It is not LLB just like to know the law. It is your capacity to understand the law. What is law? What is so? So in 5 language, why it is written? If you will see, the Chinese is one of the language. If you will see, the Russian is one of the language, and there is English also, French also, and it means they are still powerful in the 1989. And for the preparing of this draft, somehow the permanent member of the General Assembly of United Nations. So Chinese is one of the language as it is prepared. Spanish is there, Russian is there, French is there, and the English is also there. That document is available with the General Secretary. And then come into the first part, which is very essential for the rights of the children. Of course, in your syllabus that there is a Child Labor Prohibition Act, Indian Act, but the provisions are in this convention also. Unless you will not know the international law at LLM level, your study shall not be deemed to be a complete study. And that study should be basically based on the all-round information, includes the international. And what Article 1 says that? what it says, that is not again the question, but how its analysis is possible and what kind of words are written there under Article 1 of this CRC. It defines the age of the child, who will be the child. Normally, if you will see, all the international documents defines the age of the child, and it has prescribed under these documents the age is 18 years. But there is relaxation. There is relaxation under this definition, Article 1, which says that the member state have the power to consider any person as a child earlier than the 18 years. Earlier than the 18 years of age. What is the meaning of this sentence? And this is also written under Article 1. Earlier than the 18 years. It means that I have said yesterday also, so why the 18 years is there? There is a medical report of the development of full capacity of organs, full capacity, the word which I am using, the capacity, mental capacity, physical capacity. It developed at the age of 18, but depend on the facility of the child in a particular family or condition of the economic condition of a particular country, population in the country, and the facilities which are being provided to the children in particular country. That's why the option is given. I have said that what is written, that is not a very relevant aspect, but why it is written so, that is the relevant aspect, how it can be analyzed. That is the point. And one is the most important, the relevant and the very useful provision under article also. No discrimination shall be created by any member states against the child. But what are the grounds of the creating the discrimination? The answer of this, what are the grounds, is given if you will analyze every provisions in this way, or better than this, which I am expressing before you. If you will develop your capacity, because I have to take your presentation also, allotted 2 assignment. 2 more assignment I will allot, and it requires to be completed in this month of May. Presentation of every student will be there, and there will be the various questions may be asked. My purpose is to develop your habit in a way so that you may be a good teacher in future, or wherever you will go after getting this degree, you will get the good position in comparison of other students, because your understanding capacity and the hard work will be totally different from the other students. Therefore, try to understand what your teacher is expressing before you. As I am just quoting a single article and analyzing the words which is written under this article, and 13 paragraphs you have seen. 40 minutes discussion was there. 40 minutes discussion was there by correlating the other words and the provisions of law. In this way, if we will see the grounds, and these grounds of discrimination, of creating discrimination ground, is also written under the constitutional law, either article 15 and 16. But here the grounds are somehow extra, as the grounds are written under the Constitution. You can think over it. Because grounds are in your mind. There should not be discrimination on sex and caste and religion, so on. Place of birth, as it is written usually. But here are the ground. Sex is the same. The extra ground is the language. Why the extra ground as a language is written here? Please think over it. In the CRC, not in the other domestic instrument. Because of the member states of United Nations, their language may not be the same, but language criteria in a particular the national domestic document, there are the prescribed language. On the basis of language, there shall not be any discrimination to apply all these provisions which are incident under the CRC. Then the religion, of course, it is the usual. Political, it is extra one. Political opinion may be different of the any country, member state. And after the political, there is word or opinion. It means political ideology may be the different, and the manifesto of a political party may be different. Ideology may be written in a democratic document if there is a written document, but opinion based on the opinion of the public, opinion of particular political party. Of course, where there is a election method, direct or indirect, there are multi parties, they have their own opinion, and opinion of the public is also there. Therefore, discrimination, whatever the opinion and of the either the party or the public, there should not be of the any kind of the own opinion with the children. Then nationality, this is a international document, that's why there is a child have the nationality of Pakistan, but he is a child. Wherever he will go, he will deemed to be a child, and behavior with that child should be according to the international convention, right? As the rights as recognized by that convention, the rights of the children. Nationality discrimination will not be child. Ethnical attitude should not be affect the rights of the child or the social origin, as he had born in this country or this religion, this caste, that caste. No, no discrimination should not be should be there. Property, he may be the very poor child, and poor children are required to much attention, because they will become the young or adult in future. If the attention shall not be given to the poor children, certainly they will become the I'm sorry to say, the notorious, they will develop the notorious habit, because of they have no resources. And if a person have no resources, then habit of that person will be totally different from a person who have the resources. That requires to be take care of and to provide the social security by the state members of their education, of their well-being, of their nutritious food, or for them the all kind of facility, because they are the national assets. Then disability, of course, now there is another convention, international convention, national domestic laws also there, and any kind of disability should not be the obstacle hindrance in the development of the child. They require more care, more safety, more facility, rather than the facility which is being provided or which would be provided, has been provided. A special kind of care to the disabled or otherwise able children. They have no such type of the physical and mental capacity. Then birth should not be any criteria for discrimination. Or one more point is there, which is written under Article 1, second part. The other status, it is a very wide concept. Other status of the children. Any kind of the status may be there. Any kind of neglected children may be there. And a children who have no parents. Children who are living in the street. A children who are living in the footpath. Any other kind of the status of the children should not be the factor or the essential element for creating the discrimination. Now, after this 1 and 2 clause as the article, if you will see, here is another portion which says that the duty of the government, social organization, and the non-governmental organization, and private organization, they have the duty. Everyone have the duty, as I have said, as stated in the goal of this convention, to protect and to promote the rights of the citizen as prescribed under this convention. Every, not only the government, not only the individual, you will see here the duties of the parents are also prescribed under this convention. And the parents, of course, they have some right, but at the same time they have some duty to develop the child in a way so that he may become the ideal future capable citizen of particular country. It is the duty of the parent. This is the duty of the parents as prescribed under Article 3. And if parent is not there and a legal guardian, and the same duty of the legal guardian is also where the child is in the custody. Other individual, any person may be a temporary guardian in the school for the kids. The teachers are the guardian for certain period. Their behavior should be positive. Their attitude should be favorable, friendly with the children. These are the goals, these are the provision under Article 3 also. And then safety, health, nutritious food, that should be provided. Of course, the parents' economic capacity may not be to provide the balanced food, nutritious food. But at the same time, this convention says that if the economically parents are not competent, then the state's duty. They have signed over the convention. Now, under the obligation, as prescribed under the law, it is their duty. Therefore, if you will see later on, because it is not possible for me to discuss all the provisions, tomorrow I will discuss the child labor, provision of child labor. with reference to Indian legislation and some aspect of ILO. But it is the duty of the state. In this instrument, there is Article 28, 29, very interesting article is there. In the same way as Article of 26 written under the UDHR, that says that the education and the midday meal during the study, a balanced meal should be given to the children, should be given to the child who is studying in the educational institution. It is a duty because of this convention. 28, 29, 30 minority rights are also there of the children, even if their language should be protected, their culture should be protected. And the criteria and test of the minority, the culture and the language. It is written in under this instrument. Then who will do and who will perform? By making the law, by the democratic country or elected government or the government of particular country. And that is one of the aspects as it is written under these articles. And basically, as I have expressed the views of on this 1959 declaration, right to registration of the child, name of the child have the right to get the name. His name or her name shall be there. International provision under Article 7. Name and nationality, paternity, these are the rights. Which nation I belong? Where is my nation? Because there is a national duty, the duty of the citizen as well as the duty of the nation to nurture the child in a way so that he may become the good citizen, or he may become the he may enjoy the dignified life. And no doubt right to preserve, protect all the citizens. That is one of the provision as a substantive portion of the law. And no child shall be separated from the parents. They have the right to live with the parents up to the age of 18 years, as prescribed under this convention. This is a convention which comes in the examination of civil services, or it is a subject matter of general knowledge, because it is a unique international legal document. And a very interesting Article 19.9, sorry, whenever there is a one exception of the general rule of clause 1, that no child shall be separated from the parent. But there is exception if any child shall be separate from the parents. That can only be separated by the procedure of the law or by provisions of the due process of law. But if, take the example, if there is a case of this separation and divorce and so on of the parent, this may be one situation. Another situation may be there. It is very difficult for the agency of the state to identify the parents of the child who is called the neglected child, laying on the road and a place. Then in that situation, the first situation is says that custody of the child. Yesterday you have seen in the law of 2005, which is in favor of the women, Indian law, custody order under the section 5 of that law, and after the application of section 12, you have seen all these things. The laws are correlated with each other of same kind. Please try to understand. Therefore, the criteria, if such kind of child is there, neglected child, divorcee, and so on, whatever the situation may be here, the interest of the child shall be taken into consideration by the judiciary or the agency which is called the adjudicatory body, who have the power to separate the child under the provision of law from the parents at the time of the separating or the keeping or passing an order to keep a child in a safe place. The interest of the child should be taken into consideration. In case, one case may be there, the death of the member of the family. Both the parents had died. I have seen one case when I was working or doing some work as a social worker, and that was the case of 3 and 4 years back in a village. Both the mother and father has died because of the HIV positive, and there were 2 kids in the rural area of Himalayas, and the grandmother was very old, and the age of these 2 kids were near about the 8 and 9 or 8 and 10 mostly. They were facing the lot of problem because of not having the economic resources. Then it is the duty of the state to provide the facility to such kind of the children as provided under this international convention. As you can see or read Article 9, I am just narrating the things how you will understood the law and how it should be understood, or how it can be understood, or what analysis should be done. Analysis means commentary. Analysis means the comments. Analysis means the correlations. You have asked me, sir, what is the meaning of analysis? You have given the critical analysis. Means critical, whether the merit is there, demerit is there, and if merit and demerits are equal, then it is a fruitful law. It is a useful law. If demerits and merits should be pointed out by supporting the law, as I am supporting here law for my own arguments. Then this Article 9, which is related to the interest of the child, should be taken into consideration. But it is also written under 9 also, whenever there is a separation and to separate the child from the parents, power is given to the adjudicatory body. Adjudicatory body means who have the power of deciding the issues given by the law. This is called. whenever a word comes under the any provision of law, immediately click the net and dictionary. Please try to understand that word. And the some student are requesting, sir, there is problem to understand this English. It is not English what I am speaking. This is simple language. Hindi is very difficult. This is the need of the hours or need of the subject. But only the method is to whenever the word comes, and I have used the adjudication. And Hindi meaning is Nyay Nirnay. Then immediately open the dictionary in your mobile and try to read that. I'm trying. Just I'm searching on what's in the convention. Public order. Law and order is good. Lekin what is the public order? And public order dictionary missing meaning says that, my meaning, my contention is that please go through the system of law and try to understand. Every student of the Dr. Rajendra Prasad institution have the capacity. Don't think that I cannot do it, because you are writing. Again and again, I am suggesting some improvement in your assignment. Now you are in good position. You may think that you have learned a lot. You have learned a lot by learning the system. And practice makes a human being perfect. Then otherwise, what is the use of to take the admission casually to get the degree? And there will not be any kind of use. If any person want to take the degree without doing any hard work or without attending the classes, he should have to, first day I have told that leave the class. But my object, my intention is in the interest of the student, so that they may become a capable human being. Now come to the another provisions of the law, that 10, which it says that the reunification of, once the divorce is there, once there was no parents, once there were the neglected children there, then after that also the international framing agency of this legislation has given another provision. If any reunification, union, everyone is aware about union. It is a word, reunification. If the both means the mother and father wants to live together again, then this convention shall not stop to anyone, because of the paramount, to protect the paramount interest of the children. This is the object of this convention. Therefore, it has written that parents wants to reside different states. Suppose they are residing in the different states, means country, then where the child will stay, under whom custody he and she will live or stay, that is a question of international issue. The answer is given here in the convention. In such situation, that competent court have the power, or according to the domestic law, father is living in New York and mother may live in another city of the country, for example, Moscow.